We turn now to the Trump transition and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. meeting with lawmakers on Capitol Hill today as the polarizing HHS nominee tries to shore up support amid growing scrutiny of his views on vaccines. Our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce, is in Washington. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Rebecca. Well, Donald Trump has promised Robert F. Kennedy Jr. broad power over public health. But this morning, the big question, can Kennedy's calls for sweeping change survive Senate scrutiny? This morning, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Donald Trump's controversial pick to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, working to drum up support on Capitol Hill.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
The former independent presidential candidate turned Trump loyalist would have broad influence over the nation's public health system. If confirmed, he would oversee agencies like the Food and Drug Administration and the Centers for Disease Control and implementation of the Affordable Care Act. But this morning, he's facing skepticism in both parties, especially over his views on vaccines. For years, Kennedy has spread false theories about vaccines, claiming they're not safe and effective, even though most of the vaccines used today have been used safely for decades. In fact, vaccines are considered one of the greatest public health accomplishments of modern medicine. Still, Kennedy's personal attorney once lobbied the FDA to revoke the polio vaccine. Over the weekend, Republican leader Mitch McConnell, a survivor of polio, with a blunt warning, saying efforts to undermine public confidence in proven cures are not just uninformed, they're dangerous. Adding anyone seeking the Senate's consent to serve in the incoming administration would do well to steer clear of even the appearance of association with such efforts. Kennedy forced to clarify, his spokesman saying Kennedy believes the polio vaccine should be available to the public and thoroughly and properly studied. Some Democrats highlighting Kennedy's other positions that fall outside the medical mainstream, including his opposition to fluoride in public drinking water. But Kennedy could win over some support on the left, especially for his fight against processed foods. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders suggesting he's open to supporting him.
I'll talk to him. We're going to have a hearing on it, and it's premature to say how I will vote, or I think.
Now, Kennedy has said he doesn't oppose all vaccines. Now, today, in addition to Kennedy, Elise Stefanik, Trump's pick for UN ambassador, and Linda McMahon, who he's tapped to be the education secretary, are also up here, Robin, making the rounds.
Going to be another action-packed week there on the Hill. Thank you, Mary.